Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Reilly. Today we're looking at the Citroen e-C4, so let's get started.
Today's video is sponsored by EasyGo. As well as being Ireland's largest EV charging network, EasyGo supports over 10,000 Irish EV drivers to find and use more than 1,200 charge points active on the EasyGo app. This works across the island of Ireland, north and south. The team at EasyGo also provide home, workplace and public chargers together with fleet management and payment service solutions, ideal for businesses transitioning their fleets to electric vehicle driving.
Start at the front before the rain comes in, spin around, get inside and take it back for a spin on the way back. I have it for an hour. You have the Citroen new design language with the chevrons at the front and also that V-shaped light signature bar. Also your fog lights down here with the colour surrounds, and you've got your light and LED vision in here as well. Nice curves and concaves in the bonnet. Sits up very high even though it's a hatchback, but we'll talk about the space when we're inside in it. Overall, as I didn't like it at the first, when I saw it first a couple of years ago, but it's definitely grown on me. And it's something different on the road. I like it. It has adaptive cruise control, so you've got sensors on the top and also down here. But again, it's all of the Stellantis range. But that light signature is beautiful. This design of the headlight and also the fog lights down there. Comes in 7 different colours and 5 color design packs, so that's the colour that you get for this and around in the air bumps. So in total you can have 31 different combinations. So if you want something unique on the road, you definitely can get it with this. Let's have a look around the side. You've got your parking sensors there at the front that go along the side, and you can see the keyless entry kicking in there as well. 18-inch wheels, 2 colours, 2-tone. You've got your E to signify that it's electric. You've got your side retracting wing mirrors with the built-in indicator, and it's a chrome black finish. It's the highest roof height in that hatchback segment, so you're up against the likes of the Ford Focus, the Renault Megane, the Golf, etc. So a Toyota Corolla, so it's a tall one. It also has the highest ground clearance. This is what they call an air bump on the side. You'll recognize those from the likes of the Cactus, and it's just a great bit of wearability, but you can color code that same as the one around the fog lights at the front. You've got the keyless entry we talked, and then you've got that sloping coupe roof line, but you also get, that gives you a great boot volume as well. Let's have a look around the boot. On the back, as I mentioned, you've got that slope and coupe roof design. You've got that spoiler that in your rear view mirror, it will create a kind of a letterbox very similar to the Hyundai Ioniq. I'll put that review on the screen. You've got your Citroen badge on the left, and on the right hand side you've got your C4 with the blue E. You've got your reversing cameras and your reversing sensors, nice light clusters, bit of fake vintage going on here. You've got your matte plastic, but then on the bottom you've got your gloss with your fog light at the bottom, very similar to the Mach-E actually. But overall really good. Let's have a look on the boot when we're back here. 380 litres. It's after locking on me. Really good size boot. Similar to a Golf, if you're looking for something in comparison. This one has the boot liner in it, and underneath it as well you also have space for your carrying cables, and you can raise that up if you wanted a flat floor going in. On the back you've got your shopping hooks, you've got your warning triangle, you've got some pockets either side. I don't think you have a 12 volt that I can see. No, but otherwise, yeah, good size boot. You've got that parcel shelf as well. Let's have a look on the inside before we take it back for a spin. What's it like on the inside of the Citroen e-C4 before the rain comes in? You've got some of the highlights of the, I'm not sure if this matches the design pack, I assume it does. I don't know if I like this blue element. It's kind of like the plastic cover that you get on something that's new, like a new piece of metal, so it's a bit of a funny one. A lot of harder plastics in here, but I'm okay with that. On the door, typical switch gear from Stellantis Group. You've got your adjustable, electrically adjusted wing mirrors, your 4 electric operating windows, and then you can lock them here as well. And in the door, you've got a decent enough size pocket, good chunky size door. Does it have the lip? It does have the same lip as the Mach-E and the DS, so it's a fairly wide sill to get over. Got a bit of piano black chrome around the air vent. On this model, you have the heads-up display, but it's a screen that pops up. You've got your 7-inch screen in front of you, a lovely little feature where it's kind of lit from behind, LED lit from behind. On the actual steering wheel itself, on the left hand side is your cruise control, etc. Nice tactile buttons and nice thumb buttons as well for moving up and down like a toggle switch. On the right hand side then it's all your audio, so it's changing your channels, it's your volume, your phone, etc. 3-spoke, a bit of gloss black underneath, so that's going to be a dust catcher, as my mother would say. On the left hand side you have your lighting stock, and on the right hand side then you've got your window wipers, etc. Down on the right hand side then you've got heated steering wheel, you've got your charger setting, timing at it, if you want to turn off the internal sensors, and then you want your adaptive cruise control. So there's 20 driver aids on this. You've got your headlight adjustment, and then you also have a little menu wheel with regards to, I don't actually know what that's in relation to. I'll have to, oh, it's the heads-up display. It's tilting the heads-up display. Very good. Now I know what that's about. So that's on the right wheel, and then we're moving across, and we've got a 10-inch or just over 10-inch horizontal screen. Beautiful built-in satellite navigation and actual physical home button as well. So you've got radio, navigation, climate. It's probably, this element of it is my favorite of the Stellantis group. I still really like the Peugeot iCockpit, but I prefer this layout and just the typography that they've used, the typeface that you've used, apologies. And so you've got phone, radio, navigation, appliances, climate and vehicle. You've got dual zone climate control up at the front, and you've got a car element as in the settings. Underneath that then you've got the hazard warning lights, central locking, and you've got physical buttons and knobs for your air conditioning. USB Type-C and USB Type-A, and a wireless charging pad. Underneath that you have a non-slip little storage mat area, 12 volt. Underneath that then you've got like a little pocket for coins or stuff like that, or cards, etc. This then is again Stellantis switchgear, except it has this little electric button which brings you to the energy section on the screen, which is a nice little shortcut, because if you're an EV driver you like that kind of thing. You've got your drive mode selector, you've got your gear selector, reverse, neutral, park and drive, and 2-stage regenerative braking, 3 drive modes, normal, eco and sport, electronic handbrake, and then you've got your dual bottle or cup holders, one bigger than the other, which is interesting. Then you've got your sliding armrest, and underneath that then a really small, not really small, but small enough armrest. These are the ergonomic aero seats. I think I've got a spec sheet here. This is the flare, so this model is slightly above, so there's 4 trim levels. And the prices start at 31,700 odd. Really comfortable seats. We'll talk about that when we get in, we get driving. So this is set for me. Let's have a look in the back. But before we go in the back, actually, one of the areas that I want to talk about is over here you've got a slide out tray, and then underneath that then you've got a tablet holder. So with that tablet holder then you can just use it as like that. But there's also then above that is a section where you can actually clip in the tablet, and it will sit there for the passenger. Really smart. Thinking about the passenger in a long drive. I know my friend's family would really appreciate that. Nice little touch. And thinking about what's happening in cars at the moment and what people are using. So I like that smart tablet setup. And the glove box is the half glove box because the fuse box on that side. Let's have a look in the back. I'm sorry I'm shooting through this. I only have it for an hour. Good headroom. Nice seating position. The seats are gorgeous, memory foam, etc. It's in them. It's 15 millimeters, whereas the standard we're told is 5 millimeters. So between the memory foam seats and the Magic carpet ride suspension, which is that hydraulic dampening, beautiful in the ad. You'll probably see a bit on the screen there. They put a coffee cup in the holder here, and it stays level. Let's have a look in the back and see what the rear legroom is like, because they're saying it's best in class. So let's have a look for that. Right, it'll shimmy from my headrest. Yeah, you're talking about 15, 20 millimeters in front of my knees, and I'm 6'2", 187 centimeters, so good space there. You've got some pockets at the back here, and good headroom as well. So if it fits me, I'm over the norm with regards to height. On the door, fairly basic, and it's fairly chunky. How far down do the windows go? Nearly all the way, not bad. And there's tinted, the privacy. You've got a speaker, and you've got a room for a bottle, etc. Back here, you've got 2 USB Type-A's. You've got your air vents as well, but you can't control the temperature. These seats look lovely from behind as well. In the back, you have your 3 3-point seats, 2 ISOFIX, and again, you've got these beautiful air, these comfort seats, advanced comfort seats. But yeah, you've got your reading lights and your courtesy light. Nice. Let's check it out on the road.
If you think this car is for you, you can contact EasyGo and register for the app by clicking the link on the screen or in the description. Before we kick off, we will talk about some of the trim levels. You have 4 trim levels. You have Feel, Feel Pack, Flare and Flare Pack, obviously going up in price. And depending on the pack will depend on the spec that you have. So this one is level 3, which is the Flare. So you have the diamond cut alloys, which they're all 18-inch, but this one has diamond cut. You've got the side tinted windows. You have the LED headlights. It's a 5.5-inch backlit. Actually, I thought it was 7-inch. 10-inch high-resolution touchscreen. The USBs front and rear. Leather steering wheel with heated seats. Oh, I don't think there is heated seats actually. And then safety and security, active safety brake, speed limit information, lane keep assist, hill start assist, and then you've got that comfort with suspension with the progressive hydraulic cushions, height and reach steering wheel, front and rear parking sensors, electronic handbrake, air conditioning. So this model is 35,104, whereas base level starts at 31,730. As like any Stellantis group, it is a 50 kilowatt hour battery, and of that usable you are going to get 45 kilowatts usable. Let's pull away here, and I need to get this back because, as I mentioned a couple of times, I only have it an hour. It is a 100 kilowatt motor with 136 brake horsepower and 260 newton meters of torque, same as all the other Stellantis cars. It's the exact same bit that they're using. WLTP on this car is saying 350, but realistically with all the other ones we're getting around about 280, 290, but I won't know that until I have it for the extended length of period. Thinking about doing a coast to coast from Mayo to Dublin. It seems to be a good run for any of them, and it's about just over 300 kilometers from where I start to where I'm finishing Dunleary. It is very smooth, and that magic carpet ride. Can't fault it. Everybody talks about it that reviews it, and you can see why. So it has hydraulic cushions towards the end of the suspension reach. Beautiful. And the seats, between the seats and then the suspension, very impressive. Beautiful. Really, really nice. So if you want a comfortable EV, this isn't going to buy you something but sporty. It's got the same engine motor as the rest of Stellantis group, but it is beautifully suspension on it. This is Citroen's first full electric vehicle in Ireland. They have the Citroen Ami as well, but I don't know whether we're ever going to get that. But as a first attempt and as part of the group, and they've made their own mark. It's definitely something that is nothing to be ashamed about. Very, very competent electric vehicle. The real-time navigation is very good actually as well. It has parking information, I believe, all real-time traffic, etc. Overall, it's a really nice electric vehicle, and for that starting point of 31,730, you're going to get a well kitted out, well spec'd vehicle. And as you move up the trims, then depending on exactly what you're looking for, so the fact that it has 4 levels of trim, you're going to pick and choose which one you want. But I think it looks well. It's got great space. I think the fact it has a 5-year warranty as well instead of a 3-year warranty, which some manufacturers are given, the suspension and the comfort is probably the biggest selling feature for me. Comfort and space probably would be my 2 main points with this electric vehicle after having it a short period of time. I'm looking forward to a long drive on it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Citroen e-C4. Is it a winner? Is it an option in your eyes? I know I put up my my DS3 Crossback E10s last week, and everybody was talking about the E2008 as their preferred choice, but this is definitely going to give it some competition. Hopefully you're enjoying the review. As always, make sure you hit that like button to support the channel, and if you haven't already subscribed, consider doing so.
As well as that 5-year warranty, they have 3 years roadside assistance included as well. So a lot of peace of mind with this car, which is great. A lot of buyers want that as well. When you're driving along, you do have that letterbox feel with the rear view mirror. So it is going to be other features it has a Citroen dash cam built into it, which is a 16 gigabyte constantly re-rolling camera built in. And if there is a collision, it will record the 30 seconds beforehand, and then also the 60 seconds afterwards. But you can save and choose which elements you want to keep as well. So it's great to have that dash cam built in, because a lot of people I know are starting to put dash cams in now.
Here we have a little infographic from the Citroen side of things and 3 domestic charging modes, which is interesting. I need to figure out more about this once I get the car back. So it's saying standard charge, you can put a 100 kilometers in 9 hours worth of charging. Enhanced charge in half the time, 4.5 hours, 100 kilometers. And then the normal wall box from home, 7.4 kilowatt, you'll do that in 7.5 hours. And the optional 11 kilowatt AC, you'll do it in 5 hours. And then again, out on public charging, they have 2 charging modes, accelerated or super fast, I think it's called. Accelerated charge on a small 7.4 kilowatt, you will get 100% in 7.5 hours, same as domestically. On an 11 kilowatt, 5 hours, so a bit faster. And then super fast charge, which is 100 kilowatts, you'll do it in 30 minutes. Just a reminder that today's video was sponsored by EasyGo, who are now offering a year's free driving when EasyGo installs a charger at your home or business. For more info or to submit for a quote, click the link on the screen or in the description.
That's my look at the Citroen e-C4. Great to see this space hotting up. This is the segment of the market that every manufacturer is interested in. That small SUV, small family car. This is actually a hatchback, as we mentioned about before, so it is higher, etc., but it's up against its own cousins in the Stellantis group with the Mach-E, E2008, even the 208 Opel Corsa E. So there's a lot of competition. DS3 Crossback E10s, but we won't mention that. It's €7,500 more expensive, whereas this one is super value, and the features that you're getting in it as well. Only have it for a short time today. We'll have it for longer, for 7 days very shortly. So we'll give you a proper review of it. So remember, if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think. But if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks so much for watching.